We're really excited to get started. Obviously, it's always fun to, you know, work up to preseason. You get preseason workouts in, and then whenever you first start practice, that's always exciting. And so we're really looking forward to it, and we're pumped that we're ranked third, but we still have something to prove. So we're just really excited.
Perfect. Well, let's go to Adam Wells then from WPSD to start.
You talked about, you're excited you're picked third in the OVC. Do you and your teammates pay much attention to the preseason stuff that comes along? Is it as far as the individual awards and then, preseason picked third? Do you pay much attention to that?
Obviously we notice it, but I think being in the moment and being where your feet are is most important to us. And obviously you have to come ready to play each and every night and, just battle every possession just to try to get the win. So that's our goal.
How much do you kind of take that, though, as a respect factor that, people on the outside are looking at this program, with, okay, this is a legit program that can contend for an OVC championship?
Yeah, it's always nice to get that recognition. Coach has always said that, well, she said this year that we've always been trying to hunt people down, but now we're being the hunted ones. And so while that may be true, we're also still hunting that top spot, and we always want to win that OVC championship like every other team. So that's the goal.
How do you adjust to that as far as being the hunted instead of, is it a different preparation or does it keep things the same? It's something that you were used to in high school, that you were the hunted, and now you've been the hunter in college. Now you're switching that role back.
Yeah, I think it's important that we keep doing the same things, but most importantly, I think what'll take us over the top is doing the little things on the court and off the court. So on the court, make sure we're communicating, getting deflections, the things that really aren't on the stat sheet. And then also off the court, just working like a pro, hydrating, getting enough sleep, eating healthier, just preparing and refueling your body to be ready each and every night.
We'll go next to Neil Bradley. Go ahead, Neil.
Macey is a veteran now. How do you work to get better year to year? Is there something that you worked on specifically since this past season?
Obviously, I'm still shooting each and every day when I can, because you can never make too many shots each day. So obviously doing that. But then, like I said, I think the biggest key for me is making sure I have my body prepared to compete each and every night.
Another question I had, a follow-up on your free throw shooting. Are you happier that you made 125 or madder that you missed 10?
Probably a little mad that I missed 10. I'm gonna try.
How's that possible? You hit 125 of 135. That's still not good enough for you, though, is it?
Yeah, whenever you go up to the free throw line, you just, your team needs them, so you don't really want to miss any. But that's going to happen because you aren't perfect. But there's always room for improvement. So
that was a good question, Neil. We'll go next to John. Go ahead, John.
Mason, this is John Wright from the Murray Leisure and Times. I know earlier, a few seconds ago, we were talking about, maybe Murray State's more the hunted now, but I think y'all still have the hunter mentality because there's still teams in this conference y'all still trying to catch. And does that serve as motivation for y'all? Oh
yeah, for sure. Before every season, each team has the goal of winning that OVC championship, and that's the same with our team. You have Belmont, Tennessee Tech, UT Martin, all the top teams, and even any team in the OVC. You just have to be ready each and every night to compete and try to get that win.
Anybody else have questions? Let me know down the chat. Sort of to your opening statement, is this season feel any different? That excitement you were talking about getting ready, the practice, is this season any different, or does it sort of feel like that every season? Or if from a freshman to a senior, does that change?
It might change a little bit, but because whenever you're a freshman, you're kind of nervous a little bit at the start. But it's pretty much the same every season. Whenever you officially start practice, you get the new gear and all that. So that's exciting.
Let's go back to Adam for a follow-up and then back to Neil after that. Go ahead, Adam.
Obviously, you girls are so excited about this season. for you being a senior, do you look at the possibility of coming back for another year, or do you wait before you even start thinking about that?
Well, that's a really big decision to make down in the future. So right now, I'm just kind of trying to be where my feet are and focus on this season.
And then let's go to Neil.
Tell me about Caitlin Young this past year, made a great impact. Discuss her a little bit and the impact she had. And do you see someone who might step up and make a major impact this season that didn't last year?
Oh man, Caitlin was huge last year, and she's just excelled her play in preseason as well. She's stepping out to the 3-point line, and just her ability to play with her back to the basket is amazing. And I think our younger kids bring something new to the table. You know, we have a good balance of veteran players and newcomers, so I think that'll be a big key this season.
Anybody else? Any other questions for Macey? What are your thoughts on the schedule this year? You got some big time opponents on there and some good challenges in the non-conference and you'll have more non-conference games than you got to play a year ago.
Yeah, this non-conference schedule is pretty exciting. You look down and you see Florida on there, and we're taking a big trip. We get to go to Disney World, so that's something we all look forward to. But just the competition, you can't ask for any other better non-conference schedule. You always, if you're a competitor, you like to compete, so you want to play the best.
Anybody else? Last shot?
I'm working on one.
Okay. No, go ahead, John. Just go ahead and say it.
Macey, I asked this of Rochelle earlier. Y'all closed the season with a pretty good run of success. And of course, that carried over into the OVC. But in that run, y'all had some pretty bad injuries, having to some very important players, yet y'all still were able to beat SEMO up in Evansville. How important for the returning players this year is it to have that experience to fall back on and know how tough y'all were to pull that out?
I think it's really important. You know, being a freshman and sophomore, you're kind of nervous going into your first OVC tournament game. So you kind of get the butterflies. And I think even in high school, whenever you go to the state tournament, it's the same way. But I think us being able to see and get that win last year, that can carry over this year to know, for us to be able to know what it takes to get that first win and to hopefully keep going, making a run in the tournament.